Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing Basketball Wives Season 4 Reunion Part 2. They started off with, what's his name, the host John Sally asking Evelyn about her wedding and all the things Chad wants. He doesn't want it to be a traditional wedding. He don't want to call it a wedding, he wants to say they're getting hitched. He thinks they say getting married, they're not going to last. They get hitched, they're going to last. He don't play that apparently. So he wants to be the one to walk down the aisle and Evelyn stand up at the altar as he arrives in the church and everybody's clapping. So he thinks if you do it that way, that it's gonna last. And apparently Evelyn, she's getting her a new show, kind of like Lala's full court wedding, showing the process of her and Chad getting married, and you can see another side of her. So she says, with their families and their children. So yeah. Then he gets on to, he's like, somebody else has found love and move on to Raece. And I don't know if you guys knew, but sometime a few months ago, Royce's boyfriend, Desmond, that was on the show, he cheated on her. Now, don't get me to lie, I don't know if it was with the mother of his child, some woman, what have you, but he cheated. So he's like, how are you guys doing? She's like, we're doing good. He's like, oh, really? She's like, yeah, I know. He cheated, yes. I was all on Twitter. I was mad about it. But I decided, I broke up with him for a minute, so I started to get back with him, and forgive him for that minor indiscretion, which is not really that minor. And to, forgive him for that one incident and, love him, take him back for all the good things he's done. So we shall see how this works. We gotta move over to the Tammy and Keisha incident, and I don't know, I'm like leaning towards Tammy because Tammy, when she first meets the girl, yeah, she could have came at the girl a different way. It's like, she could have asked her in a different way instead of "Are you white?" She could have asked it in a different way, but if you're curious, that's how I guess that's how Tammy rolls. When she want to know something, she comes straight to the source. Unlike Keisha. So that's what started the whole drama, which you guys know, which made Keisha go back and forth from Susie to Raece to Evelyn, stating her opinions about Tammy. And Tammy was like, that whole situation in Tahiti could have changed differently. She's like, I apologize the way I came at you. I shouldn't have been up yelling, making you scared, but the message is still the same. I'm tired of you going behind my back and saying this, that, and the third about me. If you have something to say about me, here's the time. I'm right here. You know somebody that I know, you could have been like, Raece, can you hook this up for me and Tammy to get together so we can talk? Because I think I need to get things off of mine. Handle it differently. And that whole situation would have turned out completely different. And the whole while they're talking back and forth, Tammy's letting her know if you had just stayed after the fact, then we could have cleared everything up. She's like, why would I stay when I was in that situation? And yet again, Tammy, what's her name? Keisha was not listening to what Tammy was saying. Tammy said, yeah, after I came to your room banging on your door with your purse, I cooled down and I went back to your room to apologize, but you had already left. Whole situation cleared over in 15 minutes. But you wasn't there to get the apology that I was sending you. So, and they did show a point where Raece, she was in a play. I mean, she did an okay job. The sounding was a little off, but that was not her fault. So Raece like, this is what I went to school for. This is what I majored in. So this is what I want to do now. Trying to branch off and make a name for herself. So. Good for you, Raece. And at one point, Keisha was trying to get on Susie, like, well, Susie, you went back and told her. And Susie's like, Tammy, did I tell you that? She's like, no, Susie didn't tell me. So, I guess Susie, she had her moment of getting big and bad. I think that's like the only doggone thing Susie said this whole reunion special was trying to defend herself. And everyone was like, Susie gets a bad rap. Susie's just misunderstood and all this stuff. No, Susie has a big mouth. Susie is known from going from anytime she hears a little bit of something about somebody, running to somebody else to tell them. That's my opinion. Maybe Susie getting the bad rap. That's the only thing we see about Susie. But every time Susie got her mouth open, she's going to tell somebody, but she didn't hurt somebody else. So Evelyn, she apologizes to, what's her name, Kenya, about the whole throwing a bottle at her, and she's like, I'm sorry, and that's not the way I should have handled things. I'm not gonna say no longer, but she's gonna try not to throw bottles at anybody anymore. Then they get to the whole Jen and Evelyn situation about them not being friends, and they didn't took a polygraph test. Evelyn, do you want to be friends with Jen? Do you miss your friendship? Yes. Do you think Jen wrote the blogs? Yes. All her answers are yes. Yes, she misses Jennifer as a friend. Yes, she thinks Jennifer wrote the blog. Yada yada yada. Evelyn, yeah, she misses Jen, all that stuff. Jennifer, do you miss Evelyn as a friend? Yes. Do you are you jealous of Evelyn and Chad's relationship? And yes. And then they got to the whole situation with Naya and her bringing that lawsuit up against Naya. It's just like, when it first happened, Naya, she was all on the Twitter. Yeah, she didn't slap Jennifer and all that stuff. But now there's going to be some civil charges against her. She's wanting to back up and apologize. But whether Jennifer was doing this doing this for a piece of meanness to get back at her, some people got to realize you just can't be putting your hands on people and expecting them to just take it and just, oh well, I just got somebody just slapped me, oh well. There are people out in the world that are going to sue you, and this is what happens. Jennifer, she's not one of those. If you hit me, I'm just throw it up under the rug and we're gonna go about our business. She mad about it, so she's gonna sue, and that's what people need to realize. You just can't be putting your hands on people like that. So. Yeah. So we gonna move over to Shawnee. Shawnee, they were discussing about her and her pastor. She's like, I go to him about everything. I went to him right before I got married, through my divorce. He's the person I go to talk to. And she's like, yeah, I was really considering just saying deuces to the doggone basketball wives. But then when she seen Jennifer and Evelyn make up and all that stuff, hug each other, she had different tunes. So they're going to be back for season 5. Now, who else coming back? I don't know. I don't know if Keisha has, thick enough skin to come back. Yeah, that's all I got to say. So, yeah. He tried to point him some positive things about Tammy and Evelyn going to get their breast exam, and Shawnee, taking her daughter to see Miley's behavior. But those small 2 things, were overpowered by people throwing bottles, people jumping over tables, people getting slapped, people getting hit with a purse, people getting bullied, basically. So, apparently she's going to try to change things around, but we didn't hear this old tune before. So, if I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or a video response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.